Good afternoon. Thank you very much for finishing your lunch. And now I have not the easy task to keep you somehow, to wake you up. Thank you very much also to some people whom I know very well that join. I feel a little bit under pressure because there are some people. First time I will present in front of, for example, some friends even. Okay, I will start my presentation with some necessary factors for competitiveness, I think, which my colleague will afterwards discuss about. And it's capital, labor, technology, and business environment. I think there is a lot of things discussing on these issues. Even yesterday we had here discussion in central bank about saving and investment union, which is a new type of capital union, how to improve financing in Europe. I'm sure you will talk about capital market because we know that in Europe 60 to 70% of resources is allocated by banks, which is not the let's say the best way how to allocate efficiently capital, which is, I would say, one of the big reason why Europe is not as competitive compared with Asia and US. Then it's technology, I'm sure you will talk a lot, and labor market, our demography, and also structure of our labor market and human capital as such, uh, and mainly then the flexibility of labor market is big issue, at least as I see from Slovak perspective, but also me as a part of the Erste Group, we are, I can say now, in all big Central European countries, starting from January, even we will join the Poland, the largest Central European market. I look forward then we will have even some much deeper insight in this market. And then of course democracy is very important part and cost. And part of the cost, of course, is tax structure, which I think we can talk a lot. Competitiveness index. Now I will take some data. I hope data will help then to panelists discuss about. If you look on competitiveness index, I hope you all are familiar with competitiveness index. You can see out of the 67 countries which are evaluated by this Swiss company, Slovakia is at the level of, on the rank of 59, Hungary 54, Poland 41, and Czechia 29. For me, this is a good message because there is a lot of things which we can improve. There is really we can go up, and this is it, and why it is. We can discuss. As I already mentioned, and me as a banker, I will start with the lending. As I said, banks are very important part of the financing of new investments in Central and Eastern Europe. As I said, 60 to 70% resources in the banking from banking industry is used for new technologies, and only 20 to 30% are private resources plus capital market. As you can see, only Slovakia has loan to deposit. We call it loan to deposit ratio. In other words, Slovakia has in loans more money than in deposits. Czech Republic, Poland, and Hungary, those all countries, they are below 100%, which is great resource for new investments in new technologies. The next one, the EU is lagging behind in funding high quality startups. There is in US 8 times, I think this slide knows almost everyone, I will not repeat, but at the same times, you can see in top 200 universities, European Union has 49, US only 42. What is the problem? Problem is connection between universities and the industry. How to translate all these good ideas and also good students in good business. As I said, we are getting older and skilled workers are not coming on the market, even vice versa. As in Slovakia, we see also the brain drain. The skilled and educated people are more leaving the country to other markets, which is which is big issue. And at the same time, I would like to take your attention on European Union blue cards. I don't know if you know what does mean blue cards. These are people who receive license from the government. These are typically educated people who started working in countries. In Hungary and in Slovakia, you see we are even talking about single-digit numbers of such licenses. You can see Luxembourg, we know why. Maybe this is not a good benchmark, but Germany, maybe Germany is better. It's 800, yes. Robotics, as I said, the demography is big issue. And unfortunately, the number of industrial robots installed per 10,000 employees in the manufacturing sector is not replacing this, let's say, challenging human shortage. And maybe you see this slide first time. I would like to take your attention. If you look on bubble, this is the level in 2016, and the level of the bar is now in 2023. In other words, you can see also dynamic, which for example, in Czech Republic, if I take our neighbor country, the dynamic is much better, for example, compared with Slovakia. But still, there is a long way to go in this area, in all countries, what we are talking about today. And of course, everyone knows we spent too little on research and development, but at the same time, I have to say the differences are big, but the biggest difference, which I read it in one nice article, is that participation of private capital on research and development is lowest in European countries and highest in the US. And this is the big issue, which I think it's good to look maybe much deeper, and we are doing so, and we are trying to connect the private sector with public money. And innovation race, you see annual patent applications is again the very low compared with developed countries. Even in Austria, you can see 200 patents per year. Slovakia, almost 10% of numbers of patents which you have in Austria, and Hungary, Czech Republic, and Poland. You can see, based on the size of the countries, the situation is not even much better. In 2 days, we will present as our group. We will present so-called index prosperity, which is evaluating not only economical but also social rating of the countries. And based on our analysis, the most important part of increase of competitiveness of economies in the Europe is 45% is research and development, 25% human capital, and 15% we call it allocation. In other words, this is efficiency, how you can allocate resources. This is how efficient is your public service, how efficient are all necessary things which you need for doing business. And based on this evaluation, you are first who see it. This is result for year 2024. You see the Slovakia is on the level, on the rank of 24, Hungary 23, Poland is 16 and 15. You can see almost the similar, let's say, position with competition index. And what I can say, the largest problem in all these 4 countries is about how efficiently these countries are working with allocation of resources and how much these resources are invested in research and development, which is the capital. Of course, labor market, this is big issue. I think everywhere, some countries can manage better the immigration policy, which is not the case in Slovakia, I have to say. And technology and innovation and institutions and democracy, I think these are things which this panel will discuss, I am sure, during in next couple of minutes. As I am saying, this is our last advertisement. Future is yours. And as I said during my presentation, I don't see these numbers as a big problem. I see as a big opportunity for us to find the growth stories for the future. And if we will believe in the future, future is ours. And this is how I would like to finish my short speech. And thank you very much for attention. And I hope you enjoy after the lunch also this sweetener from my side. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.